Welcome to today's episode, where we dive into some thought-provoking questions dominating South Africa's political landscape. Is Julius Malema a dictator? Why does the EFF continue to defend its stance on foreign nationals despite intense public backlash? Could the MK Party and the EFF ever unite to form a single political party? And then there's the curious case of Jacob Zuma. Why did he refuse to endorse the EFF and instead opt to form his own party? Was it pride, strategic preparation, or something else entirely? We'll also explore why the MK Party seems to easily draw members from the EFF, and whether the new Secretary General of the MK Party, with his roots in the EFF, is poised to thrive in this new role. Our guest today believes there are clear answers to all these questions, what he calls a unifying view that can help us connect the dots and gain deeper insight. Stay tuned. This promises to be an eye-opening conversation.
Hi, and thank you for having me on the show. Now, let me start with a small disclaimer. My answer might be long, possibly academic, and I hope our listeners will stick with me until the end, because I believe it's worth it. Again, thanks for having me. So, yes, I do have a theory that, in my view, offers a straightforward way to address these questions. To start, it's essential to understand the distinct political philosophies behind President Jacob Zuma and his party, the MK Party, as well as Julius Malema and the economic freedom fighters. These two leaders, and by extension their parties, operate from fundamentally different ideological bases. The MK Party is a nationalist party, while the EFF is rooted in Marxist-Leninist principles. Recognizing this distinction is the key to understanding their strategies and actions. Here's where the confusion arises, and I believe this confusion extends even to some members within both the MK and the EFF. At first glance, these two parties might seem alike. Why? Because they often share the same problem statement. Let me illustrate this using the example of land reform. If you were to ask members of the MK Party and the EFF about land reform in South Africa, they would both agree that it is necessary. Their problem statement, the what, is identical. South Africa needs land reform. This similarity makes it easy to conclude that they share the same politics. Now, here's the tricky part. Many assume they also share the same why, but I'd argue that isn't entirely true. What they share is a similar root cause analysis. They both point to historical injustices as the reason land reform is necessary. Both parties will readily acknowledge that the dispossession of land in South Africa was a profound historical wrong that must be corrected. So, once again, they seem aligned. Same problem statement, same root cause analysis. But this is where the illusion ends. If you take a closer look, you'll see that their underlying motivations, or their why, diverge. Misinterpreting this distinction, or failing to see it altogether, is a major error, and it's what I'd like to unpack further.